Hello, class. Today we're going to be talking about John Wayne Gacy. Now, John Wayne Gacy was born into a blue-collar household. His childhood was pretty ordinary, except for the fact that he had a growing tendency towards sadism, and he had many encounters with the law in 1960s. He essayed sexually assaulted in 1968 a teenage boy. He was confined in the Iowa State in a reformatory, and he was forced to undergo psychological evaluation. But even that didn't save him. He didn't stop. He was released in 1970. And while he was still on parole, he got arrested again for sexual assault. But the charges were dropped. Don't know why, but the charges were dropped. Now, Gacy bought a home because he was a contractor and sadly a successful one. So he went and bought a house. Gacy dressed in clown, but not to kill his victims. He would go to charities, events, and be Pogo the clown. Okay, so this is the disgusting man's clown outfit, and I hope he burns. To come off as friendly, like, I'm a normal person, guys, and I'm just, yay, charity. Just trying to blend in and be like, oh, I'm a good person. Like, I'm Pogo the clown. I make you guys laugh. Ha ha ha. But no, he's a psycho. So one of Gacy's victims named Robert, the police come to find out, hey, this guy is missing named Robert. What's going on? And Gacy is the last person to see Robert. So they got a warrant, clocked down on it, and seen what Gacy was working with in his house. And he was working with 33 dead bodies underneath his house and 4 bodies in a river. And what's crazy about this whole thing, apparently Gacy had a wife. What the fuck? Gacy had a wife. And the wife and guests were like, hey, this smells weird in this house. And he was like, oh no, guys, it's just the moisture. Oh, hell no. What? It's just really fucking sad because they could probably came forth to the police faster than the police even found out about Robert because he was already doing stuff. So if one of them just used their noggins a little harder instead of being manipulated by getting told that it's moisture from the house when clearly a dead body stench and house moisture stench, it gotta be 2 different smells. It gotta be, man. It has to be 2 different scents. And he could have went to jail and, faster. But when Gacy went to court, he decided to plead insanity, plead innocence, because I'm insane. So psychologists were actually backing that up, like, yo, he's insane, guys, like, that's actually true, like, yeah. But thank God the jury stepped in and said, no, he did that, no insanity, no, he was charged for all 33 of those innocent people getting murdered by him. And he got executed by lethal injection in 1944. Gacy's first victims is a boy named Timothy. Now, Timothy was at the Greyhound in Chicago in the early hours of 1972, and he was trying to get home to Nebraska. Lured him to his house, promising food, shelter. So Timothy went with him. So eventually, when the police found all these bodies, he was found with multiple stab wounds in his chest. And like I said, he just put Timothy under his house, which is the saddest shit ever. Like, all of these cases are sad, but condolences to the parents, condolences to the family of all these victims. Because this sick man couldn't be caught sooner. Like, there had to be signs, like, from childhood. Like, his parents never knew he was a sadist, but his father would notice his strange behavior and would subject him to abuse for that behavior. Literally wasn't enough to stop him. Not that I support abuse, but sick people just I don't know. He just couldn't get help for what he has done. He couldn't get help. He went to a psychologist. He was being evaluated, and that didn't even help him. He still ended up doing what he ended up doing with 33 people having to suffer for it and 33 families. And it's sad because I guess by the time the police found the victims, it was hard to even identify them. So I'm going to go ahead and say their names. Francis Wayne Alexander, identified in October 2021. Tommy Boling, Michael Bunnan, Matthew Bowman, William George Bundy, identified in November 2011. John Butkovich, William Carroll, Robert Gilroy, Gregory Godzik, James Hackinson, identified in July 2017. Rick Johnston, William Kindred, Frank Langdon, Michael Moreno, James Mazzara, Timothy Jack McCoy, John Mowry, Russell Nelson, Timothy O'Rourke, Kenneth Parker, Robert Piest, John Prestige, Randall Raffet, Daryl Sampson, Samuel Stapleton, David Talsma, Robert Winch, John Shit. If you guys have any video ideas that you guys would want me to make, let me know down in the comment section. If you want to follow my socials, it'll be in the description. That's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys. Bye.